Hi everybody, welcome back to your 20-day challenge. So this video focuses all on Golovasana, which is flying pigeon. I try to break it down in a clear way and give you a few different variations and options and warm you up really sufficiently for this practice. And hence it is a, strong vinyasa practice. So the funny thing about this video is right when I started to get to the arm balances, the original video actually stopped recording, and I didn't realize it until I had filmed the entire class and did all of that really intense work. So I decided to come back. I filmed the original part of the video earlier, came back now, and filmed the second half again. So you won't notice it other than I'm in a different outfit and I rearranged the room, but the flow will be nonetheless pretty seamless. So I hope you enjoy this, and feel free to like, comment, subscribe, or shoot me a Venmo if you enjoy these practices. So I'll see you on the mat in a few moments. Okay, everybody, so I want you to go ahead and start on your back and bring the bottoms of the feet together. Now, as the bottoms of the feet together, go ahead and just take the hands to the lower belly, and we'll begin with a few deep grounding breaths. So take a big inhale, open mouth, exhale, release. Inhale, open mouth, exhale, let the air go. And one more, inhale. Open mouth, exhale, release. Very nice. Bring the arms into a cactus shape or a V shape or just above the head on the floor. And we're gonna get a little bit into the legs and the outer hips without using the arms at all. So plant the feet down, take right ankle to left lower thigh. So you have that figure 4 position. Lift the left foot off the mat. Now, as you draw right shin towards you, press the right ankle into the left lower thigh, but equally press the left thigh into the ankle. So there's just a little bit of resistance here. Now I want you to reach your arms above your head, face the palms to the sky, and on your exhale, draw your elbows to your shin and your shin to your elbows. Good. Now see if you can hook your right foot around the left arm and stretch the left leg out long. Good. Bring left thigh back to the ankle, and bring both feet down onto the floor. Take a big inhale, rest. Open mouth, exhale, release. Good. Take left ankle to right lower thigh. Lift the right foot off the mat. Reach your arms, face the palms to the sky on your exhale. Draw the head, the shoulders, the upper back away from the floor. Take the shin to the elbows, elbows to the shin. Try to flex the left foot around the right arm, and then stretch the right leg out long. Keep crunching, keep rounding. Good. Take right thigh back to left ankle, and then settle everything back down to the floor. Nice. Good. From here, go ahead and inhale, reach the hands back, and on your exhale, send the heels up to the sky. Now I want you to try to ground the lower back down into the floor. Now on your exhale, reach your fingers to your toes. Oh, sorry, there's a mosquito or a bug or something. Ew. Ew. Keep going. Keep reaching. And then slowly settle all the way down. Hug the knees into the chest. Now begin to just gently rock and roll along the spine. And then sit up all the way and just transition into downward facing dog. And as you come into downward facing dog, we're just going to start to build some heat in the body. So inhale, come forward into a plank pose. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Now this time, Exhale, look forward and lower all the way down to the belly. Good. Press the tops of the feet down. Inhale, Cobra Pose. Try to literally drag yourself forward as you squeeze the elbows back and in. Good. Exhale, tuck the toes. Press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg high, bend your knee and open your hip. Stay there for a few moments. Circle the ankle, circle the knee. I'm just gonna adjust the mic. Nice, and then from there, re-stretch the right leg long. Now exhale, come to almost pigeon pose. So you're gonna bring your right ankle, right shin forward. Pause here, press the palms into the mat. Try to touch your big toe to your left forearm. Good, inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot to the outside of the hand. Bring your left knee down to the mat. Ground the left hand, take right hand to right thigh. Just rotate here, take a few deep breaths. If you have it in your practice, and you don't need to be too warm, maybe bend the back left leg. Scoop the tailbone under. Hold onto the foot. Good, take your right hand down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into a plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Inhale, rise up, Cobra Pose. Remember, press the feet down, try to drag yourself forward. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Take a big inhale. Open mouth, release. Inhale, reach the left leg high. Bend the left knee and open the hip. Feel free to once again circle the ankle or the knee, pull the lower ribs in. Nice, and then stretch the left leg long, dial the hip down. Take left ankle forward like you're gonna come into pigeon pose, but pause. Round the upper back, take big toe to touch your right forearm. Good, three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, step the left foot to the outside of the hand. Ground the right hand down, take left hand to left thigh, and rotate. If you did so before, bend the back right leg. Capture onto the foot, scoop the tailbone under. Take a few more deep breaths. Nice, and then on your next exhale, take left hand down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Take a big inhale. Open mouth, release. Look between the thumbs, inhale. Exhale, step, jump, or walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulder blades together. Exhale, forward fold. Pause here. Bend the knees a little bit. Grab opposite elbows. Dangle, sway side to side, but feel that the feet press firmly down into the mat. You can take the hands to the base of the skull, traction the neck out. Good, let your hands hang down. Inhale, halfway lift, reach through the heart. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, arms by the sides. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step the right foot back, bring the knee down. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Exhale, hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, reach the right leg high. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands, left knee down. Inhale, sweep the hands high. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, hands through heart center, arms by the sides. Inhale, reach. And exhale, fold. Use the breath. Halfway lift. Exhale, left foot back, knee down. Inhale, reach the hands above the head. Exhale, hands down, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Inhale, kick. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands, right knee down. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, hands through heart center, arms by the sides. Good. Continuing, inhale, reach. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. A little different. Exhale, right foot back, leg is straight. Full crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, hands down, plank pose. Press the floor away as you inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog or cobra. Down dog, exhale. 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, foot forward. Inhale, full crescent. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, hands through heart center. Good. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Left foot back, exhale. Full crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, hands down, plank. Inhale, press the floor away. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Big inhale. Open mouth release. 2 more breaths. 2, 3. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot forward. Full crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, hands through heart center, arms by the sides. We're going to move into some sun A's with a little bit more of a core emphasis. So inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Pause in high plank, inhale. Exhale, drop to your forearms. Press the floor away. Exhale, bring the hips down. Inhale, Sphinx. Exhale, plant the palms, tuck the toes. High plank, downward facing dog. Take a big inhale. Open mouth, release. Inhale, look between the thumbs. Exhale, step, jump or walk, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, hands through heart center, arms by the sides. Continuing, inhale, reach. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Use the opposite forearm to first come down into forearm plank, so the awkward side. Drive the forearms down, round the upper back, press the floor away. On your exhale, hips down. Inhale, Sphinx pose. Exhale, plant the palms, tuck the toes, high plank, back into downward facing dog. Take a big inhale. Open mouth, release. 2 more. 2. 3. Big inhale, look between the thumbs. Exhale, step, jump, or walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Exhale, hands through heart center. Arms by the sides. 1 more. Inhale, reach. And exhale, fold. Halfway. Exhale, plank pose. Take an inhale and plank. Exhale, come to your forearms. Inhale, press the floor away. Exhale, bring the hips down. Inhale, Sphinx pose. Try to drag yourself forward. Exhale, plant the palms. Tuck the toes, high plank. Back into downward facing dog. Big inhale. Open mouth, release. Inhale, look between the thumbs. Exhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands above the head. Exhale, hands through heart center, arms by the sides. So I'm excited to do this next part with you guys. It's like a warrior one, but instead of, sun B, but instead of warrior one, we're gonna do pigeon pose. But we're only gonna stay in pigeon pose for just a moment, just to get the hips really warm for Golovasana. So let's do it. Bend your knees, weight is in the heels. Inhale, reach the arms, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Optional vinyasa. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here it is. Inhale, right leg high first. Exhale, pigeon pose. Now you're just gonna take a big inhale, reach the heart up. Exhale, just come down to the fold for a moment. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, step back, down dog. Plank pose, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or a cobra. Downward facing dog. Left leg high. Exhale, pigeon pose. Inhale, lift the chest a bit, press through the legs. Just for an exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog first. Plank pose, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a big inhale. Open mouth, release. 2 more in and out of the nose. 2. 3. Big inhale, look between the thumbs. Exhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, chair pose. Exhale, hands through heart center, straighten the legs, samastitihi. Good, 2 more of those. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back. Optional chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Right leg high. Exhale, pigeon pose. Inhale, lift the chest, press to the shin. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Left leg high. Pigeon pose. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold as you drive through the shin. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. So when I say up dog, I really mean do whatever variation of that cobra pose, up dog, locust pose, or skipping it that feels good for your body. Take a big inhale. Open mouth, release. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, stand up tall, either hands through heart center or arms by the sides. One more. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Step or jump back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg high. Pigeon pose. Maybe go a little bit wider in the angle of the knee. Press the shin, lift the heart. Exhale, fold for a moment. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. Plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Down dog. Left leg high. Pigeon pose. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, drive through the shin as you fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. Plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Big inhale. Open mouth, release. 2 more. Inhale, look between the thumbs. Exhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, standing tall, Tadasana. Very nice. Good. From here, I want you to step the feet out as wide as your mat and turn your toes off the mat. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Exhale, hands through heart center. Bend your knees, come into Malasana. Inhale, broaden the shoulders. Exhale, straighten the legs and fold. Press through the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Pause here in plank, round. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, reach the right leg high. Exhale, step the right foot in between the thumbs. Full crescent lunge. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Take right thumb to right hip crease. Inhale, reach the left hand up and over. Exhale, hook left elbow at right knee. Bring your hands to meet and come into that twist. Now back left leg is strong. Press the right knee into your left tricep. 2 more breaths. Good, take your hands down. Inhale, launch off of your left leg. So for a moment, not worrying too much about the torso or the spine, I want you to really wake up the left leg and reach through the balls of the toes. Lift the left heel higher. Feel that extension in the leg. Nice, and then exhale, cross the left ankle behind the right ankle. Just forward fold here. You can always bump your hips to the left, crawl your fingertips to the right a little bit. Take 2 more breaths. Good. Now lift the left heel back up to the sky Exhale, step the left foot back, plant the palms. Plank pose. Lower all the way to the belly. Come to the forearms, interlace the fingers, inhale. Exhale, tuck the toes, forearm plank. Wake up the glutes, pull the lower belly in. Walk your feet forward and come into dolphin pose. As you drive through the wrists and the elbows, send the chest to the thighs. Stick the butt up high to the sky. Lift the right leg high. Reach through the balls of the toes. Good, right foot down. Reach the left leg high to the sky. Bring the left foot down. Walk back out, forearm plank. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hips down. Inhale, broaden the shoulders. Exhale, plant the palms, tuck the toes. Press up, high plank. And then back into downward facing dog. Let's take an inhale. Open mouth, release. Inhale, reach the left leg high to the sky. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Full crescent lunge. Inhale, strong right leg. Exhale, left thumb into left hip crease. Inhale, big side bend. Exhale, hook, right elbow at left knee. Bring your hands to meet and twist. As you squeeze the inner thighs towards one another, broaden the chest, take the shoulders a little bit wider. Take 3 more breaths. Good, take your hands down, lunge off of your right foot. So just like before, don't worry too much about where the hands or the torso are. Just wake up the right leg, reach through the balls of the toes. Reach through the inner right thigh back. Feel the power in that leg as the heel lifts a little higher. Good, cross your right ankle behind your left ankle and just forward fold. Slow down the breath. Spread your toesies. Maybe bump the hips to the right and walk the hands a little bit to the left. Good, lift the right leg up and back. Exhale, step the right foot back, plant the palms. Plank pose, inhale. Lower all the way to the belly. Come to the forearms, interlace the fingers, inhale. Exhale, forearm plank. So I'm trying to get you to feel the strength in the anterior core. You're going to need this for those arm balances that we're going to come into soon. Walk the feet forward. Stick the butt up to the sky. Press. Reach the left leg high. Feel the power in the left leg. Pull the lower ribs in. Take left foot down. Reach right leg high. Lower ribs in. Right foot down. Walk back out, forearm plank. Take a big inhale. Exhale, hips down. Inhale, broaden the chest. Exhale, child's pose. Sits bones to the heels, forehead to the mat. From child's pose, walk your hands back to your knees and just come to a seated pose on your heels. So you might be wondering, did he change outfits? Did he rearrange the room a little bit, add a pretty plant? Yes, I did. So what happened was I recorded the whole video, the rest of the class, of doing all the crazy arm balances that we're going to do still, but it didn't record. So I didn't realize that until after I did all that hard work. So I decided to go take a bath, rearrange the room a little bit, because for some reason that's therapeutic for me. And then I decided to come and finish this class because that's what we got to do. So from this space, we're about to come into some prep poses for Golovasana, and then we will, from there, do Golovasana. So from here, let's come into a downward facing dog. And from downward facing dog, just go ahead and take your right ankle to your left lower thigh, so you have that figure 4 shape. And bend the left knee, walk your hands back towards your foot at the back of the mat. Nice. Now listen carefully. You're not going to come into Golovasana, but I want you to bend your left knee and just play around with hooking the right foot at your left arm. So this is going to be a really important grip when you do come into the pose. So feel that, and then you're also going to have to connect the right shin. Don't worry about the logistical stuff right now, just kind of feel that connection. Good, and then undo it. Walk your hands forward once again. Undo the leg. Inhale, reach the right leg high. Exhale, take the outer right shin to the mat so you're coming into Pigeon Pose, but I want you to bring a little bit of a wider angle in your right knee. Now be really strong here. Drive the right shin down, drive the left shin down, pull the shins towards one another. And then on your exhale, without relaxing the legs fully, I want you to keep kind of more tone than you usually do. Press the legs down and take 3 breaths. One more breath. Good, and then walk your hands back under your shoulders. Tuck your left toes. From your belly, inhale, 3-legged dog. Reach the right leg high. Bend your knee, open your hip. Good, and then take the right foot down to the mat. Let's inhale, reach the left leg high to the sky. And then exhale, just take left shin to right thigh. And then walk your hands back. Bend your right knee. Create some length in the spine. And then once again, play around with hooking the left foot around your right arm. Now with your left arm, that tricep is going to meet the knee shin area when you do come into the pose. Good. Undo that. Walk your hands forward. Uninterlace the leg. Reach the left foot high. Exhale, and then go ahead and come into your pigeon pose. Try to bring the shin a little bit more parallel to the front of the mat. Now drive your legs down. Feel the strength in the outer hip. Take an inhale, create some length. And then exhale, forward fold. But I want you to feel that constant rebound of pressing the legs down to feel that lift and rise back up. So not a completely passive pose today. Take 2 more breaths. Good, and then walk your hands back and go ahead and step back into downward facing dog. Drop your knees, take a seat onto your heels. So to break this down really clearly, I want to talk about a few super kind of clear objectives in these arm balances or in Golovasana. So the first objective is you got to hook the foot around the arm and connect the shin up on the arm as much as you can. Your hands, next point, your hands have to be shoulders distance apart. They can't be too close. And your elbows have to stack over your wrists. That's point 2. So far we have hook the foot, create a solid connection between shin and tricep. The second point is, what is the second point, Jack? Hands, shoulders distance apart, and elbows over wrists. Now, third point, you gotta lift the butt up and round the back, engage your core and press through the arms, because that's how you're gonna kind of lift off of this pose. So we're just gonna try that to begin. So I actually want you to step to the middle of your mat, come up to standing, and then take your right ankle to your left lower thigh. So you have that figure 4 shape. Bend your knees, and then come down here, or bend your left knee as you come down. Hook the right foot at the left arm. Wrap the toes around the arm. Now, if you're a little bit tighter, your foot is gonna have to go down a little bit more towards the elbow. So I like to start out with both hands down, and then lean forward into the hands. First, get that right foot hooked, and then connect right shin to right tricep. Now remember, round the back, lift the butt up and forward, and squeeze your heel towards your butt. Bring the foot down, bring both feet down, forward fold. Good, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, come back into that kind of ready position for Golovasana. Root through the right foot, take left ankle to right lower thigh. So you have the legs in this shape already. Now you're gonna come down. The more flexible you are, the closer you can bring your hands right away. So if you're a little tighter, fall a little bit forward into your hands. And then lean into the hands, bend the elbows, keep the elbows in. Hook the left foot around your right arm. Connect left knee to left tricep. Lift the butt up. Squeeze your right heel towards your butt, round your back. Foot down, left foot down, forward fold. From your forward fold, come all the way up to standing, arms by the sides. So that's the first step. The second is, if you feel confident there, is to extend your opposite leg back. But, take this step by step. And if you still can't get into the first variation, just work on that for now. Remember, your butt has to go up and over your shoulders. You got to use the strength of your spine. You got to create a solid hook with the foot. And you have to keep your hands shoulders distance apart, elbows over your wrists. So, next variation or next set, if you're not doing it, just do the first one. Take right ankle to left lower thigh. Bend the left knee. Come down, bring your hands into the ground, and then hook right foot at left arm, right knee at right tricep. Good. Lean the butt forward. Lift left foot off the mat. Now, maybe extend your left heel back. Good. Bring knee in. Take foot down. Right foot down. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Hands to your hips. Come all the way up. So that extend of the foot back is going to be harder the more parallel the leg is to the floor. So if you're struggling, the more that you extend it up and lift the hips, the more you're going to be stacked and the more gravity will be in your favor. So let's go ahead and do the other side. Left ankle to right lower thigh. Bend the right knee. One side is usually going to be easier than the other. This is my harder side. Good. Hands down. Find the hook of the foot. Lean forward. Bend the elbows. Think about all of these details. Now lift the butt, squeeze heel to butt, and then extend your right foot back. Foot down, left foot down, fold. Good. Halfway lift. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, rise up to standing. And then exhale, arms by the sides. Good. So remember, take this step by step. It's something to play around with. It's not something to base your happiness over. So, the common issue I see is the hands are way too close together and your butt is way too low. You got to lift your hips up and over the shoulders in order to stack. So maybe you pause and do it one more time. And then when you're ready to continue, we're going to do one more standing series together. Opening the front side of the body a little bit more in the shoulders, balancing things out, and then moving closer to the floor. So when you're ready, stand to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach the hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, reach the right leg high. Exhale, step right foot in between the hands. Ground your left heel and rise up, warrior two. Good. From warrior two, bring the left palm open on the back. Take right forearm to right thigh. If you want to take the hand down at the inner or outer leg or wrap the right arm under the leg and come into a full bind, that's an option. But once you find your variation, drive left heel down so much that the bottom of your left glute engages, that you can pull the lower ribs in but be broad in the shoulders. Head back, 2 more breaths. Good. From here, look down. Keep the half bind or the full bind. Step the left foot a little forward. Right hand down if you're not in a full bind. Launch off your left leg and come into half bound Ardha Chandrasana.
You can still do this with a bind in your arms. It's just a lot harder to balance. Take 2 more breaths. Turn the chest open. Good. Undo the bind. Bend your right knee. Slowly step the left foot back. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill down. Plant the palms. Step back. Downward facing dog. Plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left leg high. Exhale, left foot forward, right heel down. Rise up, warrior 2. And from warrior 2, sit low. Take right palm open on the back. Maybe bring left forearm to left thigh, or come into that deeper variation of the half bind or a full bind. But as you root the right heel, the lower right glute engages. The chest turns open and the head draws back a bit. Slow the breath. Good. Keep the half bind or the full bind. Look down, step the right foot a little forward. Left hand down about a foot forward, slightly off to the left. Flex the right foot, elevate the foot. Turn the chest open. If you're in the in the full bind, you might keep the standing left leg a little bent. No big deal. Take 2 more breaths. Good. Undo the binds, bend the left knee, step the right foot back. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill down. Downward facing dog first. Plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Child's pose. Drop the knees. Sits bones to the heels, forehead to the mat. So from child's pose, I'm going to sit up in front of the camera now, and I'm going to guide you through the rest of this practice. So that just requires you to really listen to my cueing, rather than being too focused on the visual representation of me doing the practice with you. And you know, that is kind of natural for a lot of people. It's also sometimes difficult, but it's part of advancing as a student. You have to continue to turn inwards and just hear my voice as guidance. So from here, let's go ahead and come all the way up, and I want you to transition onto your back to the best of your ability in a nice, gentle way. We're going to really begin to wind the practice down. So we're going to do 1 back bend. I want you to plant the feet, walk the heels nice and close towards the butt. Ground your lower back and then lift your hips up, rise into bridge or wheel pose. We haven't been doing a lot of back bends today, so I wouldn't recommend wheel pose unless you're a natural back bender. But as you lift into your pose, if you're in bridge, wrap the shoulders under the back and interlace your hands. If you're in wheel, drive through the hands, wrap the elbows back. Wherever you are, engage your glutes and drive through the feet. Let's take a few more deep breaths. 2 more breaths. 1, 2. Come all the way down and go ahead and bend the knees, walk the feet to the sides of the mat. Let your knees collapse in towards one another. Bring your arms to a cactus shape on the floor and really slowly just begin to windshield wiper the knees. So let the knees fall in the same direction, but one falls out, one falls in. So essentially, they're experiencing deep external rotation and deep internal rotation. As the knee that falls in, reach it forward as if you're pressing a button directly in front of that knee. Give it a few more side-to-side movements. Good, and then as you feel ready, let's go ahead and come into Happy Baby's pose. Grab onto the pinky toe sides of the feet, or the inner arches, or the inner heels, Rock side to side, stretch one leg out and the other leg. Be a little baby. And let's take a few cleansing breaths together. So take a big inhale. Open mouth, release. Deep inhale. And release. Very nice. As you feel ready, hug your knees into your chest, and let's come into a closing twist. So bring your arms to a T, and on your exhale, let your knees fall to the right together. Keep the knees in line with your hips, so your thighs are perpendicular to your spine. Maybe even take your right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Firm the thighs down as you reach through your left arm. Take a big inhale. Open mouth, release. Very nice. Let's come to the opposite side. So just not too long of a stay in each of these sides. Come back to center. Let your knees fall in the opposite direction. Take your left hand to the outside of your right thigh. Reach your right arm at a slight diagonal. Good, and then just breathe and relax the flesh around the neck, the jaw, the eyes. Take a big inhale, and open mouth, exhale, release. Very nice. Nice, and then when you feel ready to come back to center, hug the knees into the chest, give yourself an enormous squeeze. You've worked really hard today, so good work. And then stretch out into your final Shavasana. So I hope that you enjoyed this practice. It's a little bit more rigorous than some of the practices I've been posting lately. But, you just take everything at your own pace. You do the best you can, and that's all you can do. So know that doing arm balances is something that takes time and, patience and skillfulness. And it will come if you're diligent, maybe, but it's not the point or the goal of the practice. The point is to reside right here, right now, and to enjoy and appreciate yourself just as you are. So I'm going to give you about a minute for Shavasana, playing some nice gentle music. And I hope that you enjoyed this practice, and I will see you on the mat next time.